Just where? There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Make sure I put that there. Link. Yo, if anybody is there, give me a few seconds. I'm just making sure that I actually have this stuff on here like I need for it to be. Give me 1 minute, if you don't mind. There we go. 1 minute, if you don't mind. So today, I'm actually sharing "Thinking of You" by Toni. And yeah, that's one that I really love. That is one that I really, really love. So I'm just making sure that I'm on. And I am on. And I want to do one more thing. That. And I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. All right, yeah. Hope y'all have been having a good Saturday so far. And mine is going pretty well. So I'm about to get started. I'm getting right into it. So this is "Thinking of You" by Toni. And this, man, when I first heard this, I was like, man, and it sounded like this Al Green song. And I wasn't even like an Al Green fan like that. But it's just the way they wrote it. So I thought it was pretty cool. Make sure I'm good. Okay. All right. So this song is in B, all right? And this is like this is actually, I don't have any charts, okay? I'm not doing charts today, okay? The past couple of songs, that was sort of friendly for like beginner players to intermediate. This is more like intermediate to like advanced. If you're into like quartet, type stuff, this is like right up your alley. Okay, so anyway, "Thinking of You" by Toni. This is in the key of B. I'm literally going to just be talking the whole time. All right, I'll do it as fast as I can. No charts again, but it's in the key of B. So here's your B major chord. And here is like, I'll play the scale. Actually, so you can play a B major here, and you can play it here. And those of you, if you're stopping by and watching, I appreciate you. So yeah, here's your B major. Here's another B major here. And I'm gonna be very loose in how I explain where to locate these chords, because if you're an intermediate player, I should be able to talk to you a little more easier without the charts. So B major can be located right here on the 2nd fret. If you're barring that, then you can play the rest on that 4th fret. As well as if you're playing it from the low E, you can play it from the 7th fret. Okay? So just keep that in mind. So yes, in B, here's the B major scale. So I'm it two different ways. So you can play the B, this right here. You can play it here. You can play it here. You can play it here. And it repeats again. Then you play it. So it repeats all up the neck. Knowing where these major chord shapes are up and down the neck is so helpful in playing quartet guitar. Like, I'm not like a quartet guitar player, just for the record. I'm not. But it's a great study though. I love the feel. So when you know these different major chord shapes up and down the neck and these minor chord shapes up and down the neck, it's so helpful because then you can do the whole, you can do that, okay? Now, that is very useful in playing this song. Okay, so when you're playing this major chord right here, this B, when you're playing that, and you play just the top three notes right here, because you're playing in the 7th fret, okay? You're barring this. So in this 7th fret, you're barring B and E string, okay, with your index finger, and your middle finger is on the 8th fret on the G string. Now, if you play the whole major chord, you're playing this, but you don't have to do that when you're playing quartet. Typically, you're only playing like three notes at a time a lot of times. Okay, now remember this shape, as well as if you go up to the 7, 9, 10, 11, and you go to the 11th, we'll go to the 11th and 12th fret, okay, and you bar at the 11th fret, your first 3 strings right here, the top 3 strings, and put your middle finger right here on the 12th fret on the B string. That's also a major chord, like a triad type thing. So you got this, and you got this, or you got this, and this. Well, let's keep this in our pocket, and you can hammer on like three frets away if you want to. But more so, let's keep in mind this top when you're actually barring this highest string and the 3rd string. This. So don't mind the one when you're playing the one in the middle. You're only playing. So it's the 1st one and the 3rd one. But only place your pinky on the one on the 11th fret. Okay, place your pinky on that, and on the 1st string, and then on the 3rd string, place your ring finger there, and you're gonna slide actually from your 9th fret to the 10th, from your 10th fret to the 11th fret. Okay, let me make sure I'm saying that right. You got 5th, 7th, 8th, 9, from the 9th fret, 9, 10, 11, yeah. So from the 9th to the 11th fret. So this is like a double stop, okay? This is like a double stop, and it's very useful. So you're sliding literally from this 9th fret right here, okay, to the 11th fret. That's going to be very useful in this song. I can't always do that. So anyway, you're playing the top part of this chord. So when the song starts out, there's a riff I'm about to show you, but that's pretty much what you want to do. So the first 3 chords of that chord progression are 3 major chord variations, and that is B, major. It's A major, and you can play a A flat G sharp major, but it's more like a dominant 7. So you can play a A flat major, but if you lift that pinky, it's not. It's. But since you're playing only the top 3 notes, it'll sound like that. All right. Let me tune up real quick. I don't want to waste a lot of time. But anyway, so when you play that riff, this is really important. This stands out. You're gonna play. You're doing the same thing for all 3 chords. Okay, so it's not. It's hard as some of you might think it is, but it's literally. All right. If you want to get fancy, all that stuff. But that's, once you know that major chord, you kind of know what to do from there. But let's go over that riff real quick, the one that starts the song off. This goes from the 7th to the 9th fret on the B string. You just strike that. And on your B string, then you're gonna go to the 7th fret on your high E string. Okay. And this it might be a little tricky if it's your first time playing it, but after you play then you're like hammering on. You're like hammering on and pulling off back on that B string. Okay. And my index finger is tipping my G string right here, and I literally rock it forward. All right, that's how I do it. Is this the right pickup? So I think I've explained that well. So the beginning, when I do it slow, like when I'm playing the song, I play it, but when I'm explaining it and slowing it down, it's kind of weird. But it really is a flow. You on your 7th and your 9th fret, okay, you're hammering on. You strike it. And when you strike it on that 7th and 9th fret, you go down to that first string, because you're kind of using your index finger to do both. When you're playing quartet guitar, there's a lot of nuance associated with this. It really is a feel, and there's no one way to play anything. And I'm literally rocking my index finger forward to where it catches. And so when I slow it down, it's weird. Anyway, so let me move on. So this is a C sharp minor 7. If you're at least intermediate player to advanced, you should know what that is. And when you're coloring, when you're doing that, you're hammering, you're literally like coloring and hammering on, and you're barring from the 4th fret. And as you're playing the chord, you're hammering on that like 3 frets away, which lands in the 7th fret. So when you're doing those colors, it's literally like it's like an 8th note like type thing, you know, not even an 8th note, it's like a triplet or something. So okay, then it goes to the F sharp, okay, and you can play that a couple of different ways. You can okay, and these are the full chords. The actual song doesn't do these full chords, but what it really does is it goes. Some of y'all who use your whammy, so what, I didn't realize I played it in a different place. Some of y'all who play guitar, you know that you can play the same thing in 2 different places. Okay, now the reason that this works is because when you're playing this F sharp major or F sharp dominant 7, you play the major by playing a major shape, but you lift that pinky. So this is what, instead of the major scale, you're not playing, you flatten that. Okay, or up here, or okay, so already when you're playing this chord, you're already playing, that's in the chord. Okay? What's very obvious or prevalent in quartet music is chromatics. Well, you hear a lot of pentatonic being used, and you hear a lot of like chromatics in certain places. It's not jazz though. Don't think of it as jazz. Think of it more so as blues. And there's a lot of like 3-step chromatics going up. So if this chord is on this note, or this part of the song is on this note or whatever, you can walk up to it, you know. So instead of going, okay, so that's just like a thing that happens. Somebody could go, they could do that with the full chord if they wanted to, but instead of doing that, they're just doing like a double stop. All right, now this, a little bit tricky maybe, but the notes are in the scale, and I'm hammering on from the 2nd fret to the 4th fret on the B string. Now instead of going, which is, I'm doing like a sort of a pentatonic thing. And I'm playing a 4th fret B string, 2nd fret B string, 4th fret G string, 1st fret G string, then 4th fret D string. But the way that that you play it with feeling is you hammer on from that second fret to the fourth. Then instead of chromatically walking, you then lift that, then you're literally pulling away. Okay? You can do it up here too. So okay, that's how you play that part. Now, that's one way to play it. If you hear the recording, there's actually guitars like panned left and right. Okay, so you hear one guitar being played, and you hear the other one sort of ad-libbing with the other one. So I just showed you that way. So there's one going. That's that one. Think of this one this way. This is the other one. All right. So here's the other B major. So you're going to play the B major, then the A major, then the A flat, G sharp. But you're not going to play it in this shape. You're going to play like a different way to play that chord. So instead of playing this, you want to keep in mind where your pinky is right here. Your pinky is flattening this D, G, and B string. Okay, so it don't matter what you play that with as far as to play the notes. Okay, but in this case, we're going to play that with the index finger. We're not going to play it with the pinky. We're going to play it with the index finger. We're not going to play the actual B, the low B. But what you're going to do is you're going to flatten your index finger over the B string, the G string, D, and A string, because you're going to hammer on, and you're going to play that hammer on from the 4th fret to the 6th fret on your A string. And here's that. So instead of this, you're going to play this. And it works because this note, these notes are the same. But the way it sounds when you play it is like this. And when you walk down, you go like this. So you hear one guitar playing this, but you hear the other one go. Okay. And doing the stuff that they do. All right. So that's that part. Okay. So anytime you're playing quartet music, yeah, I appreciate that. Alchemistic gold mine. I appreciate that. Cool. Yeah, I appreciate that. It's interesting teaching it though. That's the one part. It's like playing it in a band setting. That's one thing. Teaching it, quartet music is like, it's such a feeling. It's interesting because you're mixing a lot of stuff. It's a lot of overlap. Okay, and it's not there. A lot of technical rules don't apply. A lot of theory don't always apply either. You see what I'm saying? So if you can get with a group of guys who know how to play quartet, like, you learn more in that situation than you do somebody like talking like this. But nevertheless, I'm doing my best to show it. But so next, because that's not the whole song. These are just like the main parts. Okay, when it goes to that bridge, when it goes to I've been thinking about it, it goes to the 4. Now, those of you, I'm teaching this from an intermediate to advanced level, so you should know what the 4 is. But the 4, just to review, here is the major scale from B. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is here. All right, so that's the 4. So I can also count up this way: 1, 2, 3, 4. But that 4 is normally a 4, like a major chord within a major key. People sometimes play a major 7th. They play that. They might play a major 9. Play some other stuff. So anyway, you can play those types of chords on the 4. But on this song, they're not playing a major. They're actually playing like a 9 chord. It's like an add 9 or like a 9 chord or like a 7/9 chord. This is what they're playing. So when they dang, you know what? I forgot a part. Let's put a bookmark on that. So on that part where I said, so that's one way to play that. Remember that part on the 5. But if you use this shape right here, actually another place to play that is so if you play this dominant 7 right here, you actually go here to the 9th fret. On which part? Minor 7 flat 5 on which part? Yeah, let me know on which part. Yeah, because I don't recall a minor 7 flat 5 on this song. Minor 7 flat 5. Unless you're walking up somewhere. That's a minor 7 flat 5 on what part? But anyway, this part right here on the 5. This is a on the 5. This is a dominant 7 on the F sharp. But this on this shape when it goes. So it's just another place to play. Like you can also play it up here. On the 4 is that's like a 7/9 chord. So think of that as like a dominant 7 chord on the 4. But instead of playing a dominant 7, play a 7/9. Because if you play a minor 7 flat 5, it would sound like that. This is more like. So it's like it gets real bluesy on that part. I've been thinking about it, been thinking about. I've been thinking about. You can also play a dominant 7. Now the chord shape, my bad, because maybe you're looking at my hand. Dominant 7 just changed. I mean, hey, whatever works. Yeah, whatever works. If it's right, it's right. But yeah, if you're playing a dominant 7, my finger in the bass is on the 4, or just think of this 4 as a 4 major. But just play a dominant 7. You can that does work. But in the song, I'm pretty sure it's a dominant. Yeah, I don't know if this is what you call it. I'm not real technical, you know what I'm saying? But I know that this 9 is in that chord. Because when you count it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, 1, 2, 3. That 3 is in there. The 1 is in there. That 7 is in there. And that 9 is definitely in And for others, if you want to know how to play that, this shape it's the same no matter where you play it, from the A string. Anyway, you put your middle finger on the 7th fret on your A string. Your index finger is on your 6th fret on the D string. Your ring finger is on your 7th fret on your G string, and pinky is 7th fret on your B string. So that's real like. And one way you can slide into it is before you play the chord, you can play it straight up, but anytime you're playing quartet, you slide into stuff. You know what I'm saying? You can, but if you slide into it, people will be like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of chords, instead of just playing it straight, before you play it straight, slide into it first. Okay? So if you're playing like a four note chord, or you can make it a 5-note chord by sliding into it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you can do it that way too. So I've been thinking about, I've been thinking about, and it's crazy because it's like it's in a different key when it does that. It's like it's in the key of it's playing the 5 of like it's almost like you're in the key of A and you're playing the 5, like a 5 dominant 7. So it's like you're in the key of A, and then you're going to the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. But they're not moving it; they're just hanging on that 4. You know, and but they're using the notes that I've been thinking about. They're staying in the key. Okay, they're staying in the key of B. But they're playing it, which kind of overlaps, but it works. Okay. Then it slides to the actual 5 of the B. In my mind. And it goes back. All right. So I mean that's pretty much that's how you play the song. And there are some other like ad libs and things that they play, like you know, they I think I want to acknowledge Jubu Smith first of all. Jubu Smith, I'm sure that's him playing. It's either him or Spanky Alfred playing this, but I'm pretty sure it's Jubu Smith. And anytime they were playing it live, I've seen Spanky Alfred and Jubu Smith on the stage typically. And but it's like sometimes I hear both of them in these songs. Okay, and I know that both of them were actually like very active on these projects. Okay, as well as, I mean, we know Raphael Sadiq played, we know Wayne played on it, we know like all the Dwayne Wiggins. The Wiggins family was all over the album, but as far as on the actual song, that's who I think was playing was Jubu Smith and Spanky Alfred. All right, so that's pretty much it. If you have questions, hit me up. Like, hit me up in the chat, in the comments. Like, ask me any questions if you want to know something. E minor, 7/5 in bass subs for second chord. I don't know if you're telling me. I don't know if you're telling me that that's what it is, or if you're asking me. That's the thing. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, subs will work all throughout the song. You know what I'm saying? But when you're playing quartet, a lot of times these cats are they ain't even playing the whole. They're not playing like the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? If you're playing keys, that's sort of like, you know, they're doing a lot of other special things. But like I said, if you're playing quartet, you're not even playing the whole chord, like, or they're playing what do I think about what exactly, like the full chord progression, or on the second chord and the bass subs for second chord. Let me see. For the second chord, E minor. E minor, 7/5. In the bass subs for the second chord. I mean, maybe. I mean, if you're trying to keep, I'm doing my best to understand what you're saying. I understand subs. I understand that. But I'm just trying to see in context. The second chord is that A major. This is on the change. So this, yeah, it's not a I know that it's not a I know that it's not a minor 7/5, because this is a minor 7/5. So I've been thinking about it. Okay, B in the bass. That's what I think you're saying. Yeah. I mean, shoot, if you put videos up, show me. I mean, it won't be today, but this is what I think you're saying. This is a E minor 7/5. This is a B in the bass. And this is another part too. In quartet music, the sounds sound real, like, not jumbly. It's like it makes sense, but it's like when you're listening into the notes, sometimes it can sound like a different note. Sometimes it can just kind of get a little cluttered. But because I'm trying to play it in context. Been thinking about. I'm gonna play the dominant 7. E flat. Okay. E flat with the you know, it shares some notes. It shares some notes. I would say if you play that, and it is a, I can assure you they're not playing that. They're not playing that. But if you play it in a band setting, just make sure that the keyboard player playing it too. You know what I'm saying? That's really what matters. Like, make sure that everyone is on the same page. But on that song, they're not playing that. But you can. A bass player can play that that B on that, but it got to be funky. You know what I'm saying? So in context, if they're going, because the thing is that B, they go back to it. They go to that 4 or that E 7/9. Oh, gotcha. I was trying to understand. Okay, cool. Yeah, so they go from that. They, they walk up. So yeah, so they do go to that B major. They do go to that B major during that during the not the chorus, but during the bridge from that 4. Been thinking about, been thinking. Then they go. Been thinking about, been thinking. That's in my mind. And they're keeping the notes from the actual key of the song, but they're playing different chords that kind of don't fit with that melody. So, yeah. I don't know if I helped or not. I'll be quite honest with you, but yeah. Definitely the bass player can play that, but they would have to put it in the right place, basically. Doom 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 doom, boom boom boom. Keep that B. Then doom 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 boom boom. Never learned that quartet playing. Learned jazz players that sound really. That's what's up. That's what's up. Cause going into that bridge. Let's just be creative for a minute. Going into that bridge, you can go straight to it. And if that bass is just cranked, you know what I'm saying, and just let it ring, and then still hold the bass when he does it. So then think let me do that right. Let me been thinking about it. There's the 4. So then you can walk up to it. So walk back up to it. You know what I'm saying? You can do it that way. So let me do it in context. Whatever. But yeah, man, the bass can do a lot of stuff with that. If you go to the B flat, I'm not saying that works in this song, but you could. There's the 4 in the bass, which is naturally the E. Here's the B in the bass. Okay. Here's the B flat in the bass. Here's whatever. Whatever you want to do. How does that work? It starts to get a little interesting. Okay. So I've studied all types of stuff, so I got an appreciation for a lot of it. But Yeah, man. If you ain't got nothing else to say, we can end it. Or if you got some other stuff you want me to kind of color around with, I mean, I don't mind. You know what I'm saying? But on top of those chords, the song is primarily in B. So just, you know, go throughout all the. Mm, if you kind of if you play with everything, it's like it kind of falls in the right place. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. If you use your whammy right here, let me get this right. So let's play it with the whammy. Hmm. Then you go ahead. Whatever. So, but yeah, when you got those in place, it really does. It flows. All right. You still in it all. If you wear rings, I'm still. You say you still. Hey, I'm with it. Oh, what about anniversary? I got that up. I got that up already. Yeah, I got that up. I did that like 2 years ago, or like last year, and I was probably doing not as good of a job explaining this maybe, but it's just when it comes to R&B stuff, I like to sit with the person. You know what I'm saying? Like explaining it, it's like it's a feeling. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, yeah, I got anniversary. I already did it. You know what I'm saying? That's I don't remember how to play it. Mm, mm. How do you play? Uh, mm, mm. Yeah, I did that stuff in there though. I don't know what that means, man. You say you can play, you just need a fresh look. What does that mean? Oh, man, let me see. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Cause you can just go down my videos and you'll see the thumbnail. But but let me do this real quick. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. You find that link. Let me find that link for you. I did D'Angelo Untitled, or how does it feel? I did that joint too. Where is it at? Oh, you know what? It was one of my lives. It was another one of my lives. That's why I can't see it. I was looking at my regular videos, and I need to do thumbnails for the rest of these. Get shareable link. Hopefully it'll pull up right. Yeah, I really like Quartet, man. It's like you can hopefully that shows up as a link where you can click it. But if you don't see it, go to my videos and go to my live videos, like the tabs up top. You see where it says videos, and then go to where it actually says live, because I want to make sure I'm seeing what you're seeing. Go to my page. Yeah. When you're at the home page, cool. Yeah, man. Quartet, man. It's like it opens up a whole nother world. Like you can literally be playing a major chord, and that's cool and all. But with Quartet, it's like, you know what I'm saying? You can literally if you're playing like a minor 7, you can just the style of it. It's different way to access the notes, but they use a lot of bluesy stuff, like bluesy references and jazz references, along with like soul and R&B stuff. You know, it's like fusing all of that, because there is some chromatic, some of that in there too. Yeah, I could go on and on, but yeah, check it out. Hopefully it is helpful. I really want to do a better job at explaining this stuff, though. I'll be honest with you. I'm a little long-winded, so hopefully it's helpful. And I'm about to get on off though, so I will see y'all, and maybe I'll clip this video down some, or maybe I'll do like a shorter version of it. But yo, Alchemistic Goldmine, I appreciate you chatting with me, man. All right. Oh yeah. I play in church. Yeah, I play in church. You know what I'm saying? I got to get up in the morning. Where can you learn what? Like what exactly? Where can you learn what? Yeah. Oh, no problem. No problem. No problem. Like, where can you learn quartet? I mean, I'll focus on anytime somebody asks me about a style of music. That's honestly what I kind of focus on. I'll literally let it be my focus, because to be honest with you, like I'm not a quartet player, but I know enough to show, you know. But yeah, I don't mind focusing on it for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I be putting stuff up because sometimes people don't request stuff. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, I'll do that. But keep in mind, like I got D'Angelo up, which is, to be honest with you, at its heart, that D'Angelo Untitled, that how does it feel, that joint, that's like quartet. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of D'Angelo stuff is quartet. If you really listen to it, Anniversary, um, yeah, that's like quartet as well. Like a lot of stuff Tony did, a lot of stuff that Jubu Smith plays, he plays quartet style. Um, Chalmers, Spanky Alfred, they play in that style. Okay, that's literally their style of playing. It's not the campfire strumming, the none of that. You know, it's literally, if you playing an A major, no, it's almost like, country stuff. Yeah, man. Yeah, I learned that in church. Like I didn't really get introduced to it until I played, for a church, because you're around other musicians that, and to be honest with you, a lot of it I learned from keyboard players. To be perfectly honest with you, instead of this major chord, if I'm not playing a dominant seven, I'm playing, instead of major, I'm playing. Let me turn that up a little bit. So a lot of the stuff, yeah, all that stuff. That's where I learned it. Oh, and singers. Yeah, man. Yeah. So yeah, I'm trying to do a live every day until like Valentine's Day. That's my goal. All right. I may or may not do that, but um, I'm trying to pick Valentine's Day songs. Okay, so this is kind of in that vein. Hmm. Yeah, club sound, like all that stuff, man. A lot of yeah, but I mean, Curtis Mayfield still had that vibe though. You know what I'm saying? Like you can still have a vibe and not play quartet. You know what I'm saying? If you playing that major chord, it's just, you know, Curtis Mayfield was like funk. He was like soul and funk. Mm, I don't know, whatever. Yeah, yeah, man. No problem, no problem. So I'll be putting something up tomorrow. I just gotta find a song. I have a list of songs, but um, I really wanted to put this up though. So I appreciate you chatting. I'm gonna get up off here. Everybody else who came in, yo, just rewind it, yo, rewind it, and of course I'm talking in the middle between stuff, but I hope that it's helpful. I hope that it's helpful. Yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying? The people need it. The people need it. What type of music do you play primarily? Like, I mean, I'm thinking maybe you play with R&B. But that's like, if it is R&B, it's, man, it's all related. It's all related. It's just, man, um quartet, it's the fills, man. They do fills, okay? Like I know I just said it before, but instead of just a straight major chord, they'll like they'll like lean into it like chromatically. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just, that's like a thing they do. And if they're not lean, if they don't lead into it with like chromatically, they might, you know. So it's no guessing. It's just if you know what you're playing, just chromatically go into it. You know what I'm saying? So they do a lot of that stuff. They do a lot of walk downs and walk ups. You know, they walk stuff up. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they pay you to do. That's funny. Hey man, I ain't mad at it. The thing is, man, people need music. Period. You know, and a lot of music is influenced by like rock, metal, big band, funk, funkadelic. Hey, I'm with it. I'm with it, and I'm right with you. Quartet is like a focus of mine because I didn't grow up. I mean, I didn't even learn guitar until I was like 20, 21. I bought my first guitar. You know what I'm saying? Cool, man. That's what's up. That's what's up. Shoot, I want to do some of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I want to do some of that stuff. But yeah, man. Yeah, definitely come back through. I don't have a set time yet that I'm doing lives. You know, so whatever suggestions y'all make, I'm open to it. But yo, I'm about to head out. If you want to chat further, man, like DM me. You know what I'm saying, on Instagram. I'm Kashif Music. It's, you know, on YouTube. Nice. On YouTube, obviously, I'm the Guitar Players Club. But on Instagram, I'm straight Kashif Music. On TikTok, I'm Kashif Music. So yeah, you can DM me there. All right. All right, y'all. I love y'all. I appreciate you sticking or just hanging out. All right. Peace.